lieber Carsten, friends of the Ukraine and of the Ukrainian community in the Philippines, dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. 1 year after Russia launched its illegal war of aggression against Ukraine, the consequences of this war continue to be devastating for the Ukrainian people and have direct consequences in terms of energy and food security worldwide. Thousands of people died in this war. Millions had to flee their homes, turning into refugees. Homes, schools, hospitals are being bombed and destroyed. Today's event is a symbol for our solidarity with Ukraine, here in the Philippines, more than 8,000 kilometers away from Kiev. Russia's aggressive war aims to destroy this country, the Ukraine. With its attack on Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity, Russia has violated the most elementary rules of the international order, thereby making its war against Ukraine an overall attack on the international rules-based order, an order that we all, including the Philippines, depend on for peace and stability. If we accept such an aggression, it will be just a matter of time that other countries become victims of such aggressors. Russia's war is not just an aggression against Ukraine, but an aggression against democracies worldwide. This is a threat to all countries, because what is at stake is our country's independence and sovereignty. Threats to the international rules-based order can also be observed in other regions than Europe. Russia's illegal war against Ukraine has grave consequences worldwide. Massive economic challenges arise from rising inflation and elevated public debt levels. By blockading ports and bombing grain silos in Ukraine, Russia has put global food security massively at risk and increases the risk of famine and acute food insecurity faced by an increasing number of countries across the world, especially those who source their grain from Ukraine, such as the Philippines. By the weaponization of its energy exports, Russia has drastically affected global oil and gas prices and has disrupted the energy and fertilizer supply globally. There is no way to justify the war crimes and immeasurable humanitarian atrocities committed by Russia in Ukraine. We see cluster bombings on peaceful civilians. We see torture prisons in dark caves, and we see thousands of cases of Ukrainian children being abducted. This sheer brutality cannot go unpunished. The EU supports Ukrainian and international efforts to ensure accountability for the violations of international law and war crimes. Those responsible for these war crimes and their accomplices will be held to account in accordance with international law. Based on the UN Charter, Ukraine has the inherent right to defend itself. Germany is doing everything to support Ukraine in their right to self-defense, being the second largest donor of humanitarian, military and financial support. Our support so far is amounting to more than 12.5 billion euro. Germany also welcomed more than 1 million Ukrainian refugees, granting them full access to our labor market, our schools and universities. Germany, and this is a novel decision in our state practice, decided right after the beginning of Russia's war of aggression to deliver arms to Ukraine. In close coordination with our international partners, Germany has made a carefully considered landmark decision to deliver Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine. In strong solidarity with Ukraine, you are today invited to watch the documentary by the German journalist Carsten Stormer, and that documentary uncovers war crimes committed by Russia in Ukraine. And you are also invited to the discussion following the screening of this documentary with Carsten Stormer and Lydia Koval, a brave Ukrainian volunteer from the We Save Ukraine Foundation. Let me also express my gratitude to the French Embassy and to my dear friend and colleague Ambassador Michel for the close cooperation, the Alliance Française for hosting us today, and to the Ukrainian Embassy in Malaysia, as well as the Consulate of Ukraine in Manila for your support. Above all, I would like to thank the Ukrainian community here in Manila for your active participation in this joint event. Ambassador Michel, of course, rightly recalled France's and Germany's ironclad support to Ukraine. Within the EU, and with regard to our transatlantic ties, we have not been divided, but we stand strongly and united to support Ukraine. We thank the Philippines for its unwavering support for Ukraine in the UN and in our common endeavor to end the war and to bring about just and lasting peace in Ukraine. Thank you.